All right, now turn now to retired Salt River Police Chief Stanley Kephart, joining us now to talk about a lot of safety concerns in the wake of this political violence. Here we are again, and on an anniversary of 9/11 as well.
Yeah, what we saw yesterday, we don't know to the extent of security that was going on, obviously, and your expertise, we should also mention too, almost 40 years in law enforcement.
And also big Super Bowl things as well, right?
Olympic Games.
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Okay. All right.
Super Bowl.
Big events.
You've covered it. You've seen it all. In a situation like what happened yesterday, an outdoor venue on a college campus, again, we don't know to what extent the security was like there, but it seemed pretty minimal.
It was a little light. There were 6 law enforcement officers from the campus police, 2 of which were in plain clothes and the remaining 4 in uniform. That meets the basic minimum standard of 2 per 1,000, and we had approximately 3,000. But that doesn't tell the story. The story is what is done on the advance team, how they sanitize the area and then lock it down with a perimeter security. And my understanding is that they didn't have that. They also didn't have a shot spotter. They didn't have drone coverage ongoing. A lot of things that are technologically based and a lot of person power seem to be absent. And in their defense, one can, for the most part, expect that campus environments are, for the most part, safe environments.
But here we are again. Now we're showing you pictures of Sky Harbor Airport, and if you're just joining us, we're expecting the Vice President arriving on Air Force 2 with the body of Charlie Kirk in about maybe 15, 20, 25 minutes. But as I look right now and see these police officers on a rooftop, here we are again. You go back to candidate Trump in Pennsylvania, where he was within inches of being assassinated himself, and we have another roof shooter and another lapse in security that way.
It seems to be a copycat type thing in many respects. There are some of the same breakdowns appear to be evident, communication breakdown and logistical breakdowns that were present in the attempt on the president's life.
But that video we just had, they're not taking those chances with the vice president here. I mean, they've got basically any rooftop that's near that area of Terminal 2, they've got covered.
Yes, indeed they do. Too soon old, too late smart. That's what's happened here.
But obviously security being very tight at Sky Harbor, lockdown, we clearly saw a number of crews there. I'm wondering, times are really tense right now. They've been tense. And what happened yesterday hit, somewhat of a climactic point. The vitriol is so thick you could cut it. For people who are feeling very anxious, who are feeling nervous, even, I remember yesterday one of my colleagues was saying, just keep your head on a swivel. People feeling anxious, what can we do?
You're correct about the vitriol. It is completely over the top. And that drives, hate is a consumptive emotion. It causes people to not be rational. And the last thing we want to do is react to that hate by being irrational and meeting it with hate and distrust and dislike. We need to pursue what I think Charlie Kirk would pursue, is continue to stay the course of being open to discussion, talking to people and communicating with them and living our lives as model citizens. These things are going to occur in modern day society. It's just inevitable. But we can't meet this with blind responses and blind hate and vitriol on our part. And so that's what has to happen. In addition to that, there needs to be more attention paid to what police do and how they can do it and what the limitations are. And these limitations are present in this particular circumstance with a private security component versus a paid for by taxpayer component consisting of the FBI, Secret Service, and all of these accoutrements that a public official enjoys.
And this is what we're seeing today. As we were talking about Sky Harbor, Charlie Kirk did not have an FBI. Charlie Kirk didn't have police on the rooftop. Stanley Kephart, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your expertise with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.